10,460 hours.
Good idea. Can we rotate?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's where I need to be. I need to be there.
Take the circle.
Yeah, the sun's.
Don't interrupt me because I start over.
It could be long.
There we go.
That's the better one.
Click. Go ahead. He's ready.
1783, McGaffey brothers, noblemen, paper makers, sitting around a campfire in Paris, France, throwing pieces of paper into the fire. They noticed that the paper would rise, so they thought there was magic in the smoke. So they built a little bag, and they captured a couple of grams of weight that they were able to lift with it by the smoke. They went and they calculated if they got it big enough, they could actually lift a person. So they went back and asked the king to commission a balloon. The king agreed, but as all-knowing scientists had to be involved in the project. First scientist said, that's all water up there. Anything that's got to go up is going to swim free. So, okay, we'll put a duck on. Second scientist, no, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. That's ice up there. Whatever you put up is going to have to withstand extreme cold. So, well, we'll put a sheep on. Third scientist said, no, they don't know what they're talking about. It's swamp gas. It's magical. It's forever changing. Whatever goes up is got to fly free. So we decided to put a rooster on board. Anyway, the McGaffey brothers went back to their paper factory, built a balloon out of paper, and notified the king that they're ready to launch the balloon. The king told them to bring them to their courtyard, and they built a fire there, and they had poles and ropes, and they suspended the balloon with the ropes and built a fire beside it and used bellows to blow the black smoke in. They didn't understand heat, but they understood smoke, so that's why they were using the magic in the smoke. When ready to look at it, rip at its seams, they put the three animals on the platform. They cut the ropes and off the balloon went. It went about 3 miles in the countryside, bellowing black smoke, reaching its azimuth, descending. After the McGaffey brothers jumped on their wagons and horses and raced out to capture the balloon. And when they got there, here the balloon was already destroyed by the peasants. The peasants thought it was a fire-breathing dragon, and they went ahead and took their pitchforks, sickles, and knives and destroyed it. They had proof it was a dragon. They had captured 3 animals, and they were able to rescue them from the claws of the dragon. Anyway, the McGaffey brothers very disappointed about the loss of the balloon, but ecstatic about the success of the flight, and realized that if the animals could have survived, we can survive. So they went back to the king and asked to commission another balloon. The king agreed, but he wouldn't let the McGaffey brother go. They were too valuable to his kingdom. They were noblemen, they were paper makers. Besides, he had a prison full of people already condemned to death, and would be happy to put any one of those on board. It was about the same time that the monks came up with the formula for champagne. For tax purposes, the king put his coat of arms on every bottle of champagne. And anyway, the McGaffey brothers went back. They completed the second balloon. They went ahead and they notified the king. The king put out a public announcement. Over 90,000 people showed up, including Benjamin Franklin. It was that momentous of an event. Anyway, the McGaffey brothers, still disappointed that they weren't going to fly, but very excited about the fact that they were building a balloon. The day came that they made the announcement, and they went ahead and went out and started setting up the balloon with the poles and ropes and build the fire. And they were all drinking champagne, I'm sure, with the king and all the dignitaries that showed up for this event. It was also Benjamin Franklin was there. It was not really that momentous of an event. It was known around the world that this was going to occur. Anyway, the McGaffey brothers enjoyed the celebration. Just had a little disappointment they weren't going to go. But as the balloon got full of smoke and they were bringing the prisoners out, McGaffey brothers looked around and you see 90,000 people. I mean, that's like a fiesta. And they realized that if they went back to the king, maybe he would relent and let them go. So the king said, yes, this is a momentous event. You guys can go. So they got on the platform. I'm sure they were carrying some bottles of champagne and they were celebrating with the dignitaries as they were setting up the balloon. But anyway, they got on the basket of the balloon and they cut the ropes off the balloon, went bellowing black smoke, and reached its azimuth, started descending. As they came in, they could see the peasants all come running out with their pitchforks, sickles, and knives ready to destroy the balloon. McGaffey brothers, I'm sure they were drinking open bottles of champagne, waving their bottles of champagne. The peasants recognized the king's coat of arms and realized it was commissioned by the king. They opened a bottle of champagne and shared it with the peasants, and that's how we get hot air ballooning and champagne. I don't know if that story is true or not, but congratulations on your proposal.
Yay!
It's 90% true.
I think it's 99.
Well, I don't think they had champagne in those days.
Congratulations, guys.
A lot stronger than champagne.